So for lava cake, first off, we're gonna of course have to get to the area first, which is fairly simple. But you know, the difficulty level of going up here to this line right there is probably about the same difficulty level as actually doing the lava cake itself. The lava cake itself is absolutely laughable, difficulty level wise. And I always thought that the lava cake was probably one of the weaker timepieces in the game, but I know a lot of other people think differently. Anyway, so here at the sizzling lava split, you can indeed go right away. In fact, this is what I did on my very first playthrough. I never actually went left on my first playthrough. Okay, so we're gonna have to worry about these spiders here. We're gonna have 3 spiders, and we're gonna have to make sure that we have the correct angle and the correct height for each of these spiders. Since we can't press A, we can't get more height, and we can't change our angle. So first we're gonna go all the way to the left and try and get that jump. Not very simple at all. But first we're gonna go all the way over there, and welcome rain to the stream. This is not gonna be a long stream at all, but whatever. Anyway. Love it when the ice hat doesn't come out. You can hear me slapping my controller, and you might see it light up in the on the gamepad. Not always. If I tap it for just 1 frame, which is my goal, you won't actually see it light up. Anyway, we go over here. There we go. Just barely get the right angle, and there we have it. So for the first one, we have to go all the way from the left, so that when we go to the second spider, we can change our angle towards the third spider. That was very important. Not very simple, but, you know, doable. Now we don't actually need to blow a single horn, other than the first initial one on the main island, to get all the way to the lava cake. So yeah, that's pretty good. Not today. Okay, so we're gonna tune down to something very dangerously difficult here. There we go. First try. That is actually extremely difficult. Might not look like it, but it is. But we might fail this here now. This is not very easy either. Okay, that was like the 2 toughest jumps in this entire thing. Like I said, the lava cake itself is pretty trivial. But now that I've talked so much about how trivial lava cake is, I'm probably gonna fail it, but you know, whatever. I know it's easy. Even if I fail it like 5 times now and a game over like 10 times, I don't care. I know it's easy. Also, on very low graphics, this entire thing just turns white for some reason. I don't know why. It just does. Also, on low graphic settings, the actual cycles for these pillars don't really show up correctly for some reason. I don't know why. Like sometimes they don't show correctly when they're gonna go down, sometimes they don't show correctly when they're gonna come up. Not always, but sometimes. So it's just because I'm on low graphic settings, this wouldn't be a problem otherwise. Oh great. Now if you hit the edge like that, it's not too big of a deal. And also, if I do die, it doesn't matter too much, because there's pretty much nothing here that would force me to get an A+. This is what I mean with it's trivial, because it doesn't matter. You could die here 10 million times at any point of this, and at no point would you be forced to do an A+. So there's like no way that anything could happen that would force me to do an A+. It just can't happen. So I can also take my sweet time. I can do whatever I want. I mean, there might be ways to do this faster, but once again, it doesn't matter. I can take my sweet time for this. I can also fail a couple of jumps. I can do other stuff. Like this it's fairly free. So I guess this is why I say it's so simple, because nothing can go wrong here. Thanks, Ryan. It does go on for quite a while. I might take damage here, but it wouldn't matter. I mean, we don't even need to care for the for this fire, because we can just do this, As it turns out, we do actually take damage from this, but not from the enemies. So we can just take damage from the fire instead and boost our way to the goal. Fire is actually your friend in this. It sounds weird, but fire is actually your friend. The worst parts are the enemies, because the enemies try and get you away from the goal, but the fire actually gets you closer to your goal, because you can just ride the fire. Like, look at this, we just ride the fire, no problem. Might die here though if I go too early. So yeah, that was Star Trek.